back to another video. We're back in Hyrule War Classic Ultimate, my Submod for Undying Nephilims mod Hyrule War. It's based on the 2014 release from December 2014. Okay, so my Submod was released first in the summer of 2019, and I believe the current version that I'm playing was released in late 2020, in November or December 2020, I believe. Okay, the reason we are playing the older version is because I started this campaign, the Labrynna regime campaign, back in January or February 2021. So if I change to the later release, I would need to start all over, which I don't want to. We are at turn 81, and we just fought this battle in battle. We won it, and unfortunately it crashed after the battle. So we will auto-win. Of course, in this mod, I believe that battles are likely to crash after battles, but if you play them in real time more than once, so for example, if I were to play this battle again in real time, then I'm pretty sure that it won't crash, because I remember playing a bunch of battles in the past where the first time it crashed, and then when I played it again, it didn't crash. So if you have the patience to play real-time battles more than once, 2 times instead of 1 time, then it won't crash most likely. But there are some exceptions, of course, and I just don't want to. So we will auto-win this. Auto-win defender, because they are attacking us. Our forces are attacked by an army of Gorons. Auto-win, heroic victory. So, Olboribi had 647 Labrynnian troops, lost 98. We only lost 98. We will delete some of the troops because we lost 500 in the battle. They lost fewer too. Okay. Well, we'll have to do. Zora's turn. New general. The new general is now ready to command your armies, sir. Seek their aid at our capital. Okay. The end of turn report. Military situation. The Labrynna regime, ally to Zora, are the strongest military in the world. They are the overall strongest faction. They have the largest population and they have the best production. But the Uka, they have the financially best situation. Okay. Best financial situation. Faction announcements. Okay. The Zora. They decided to move towards the Gorons here. I believe this settlement might be bugged. We have the weaker Labrynnian army there. We'll move there now. We don't need ladders and siege towers. Maybe ladders, but we'll go for rams only. Relations worsened. We have abysmal relations with the Gorons. Our allies have mostly Geru Macemen mercenaries. We have a unit of cannon fodder Tuke, home guards, like policemen, basic militia, and pathfinders. They're scouts, and Tuke slaves, slightly better Tuke troops that have gotten some training. And the mercenaries, they are alright. Okay, then we have the Goron enemy. We have 2 units of rab guards, 1 unit of fire warriors, so they are elite infantry, the best infantry of the Gorons, and bomb throwers, range unit, their only range unit, I believe. The Labrynnians only have infantry except the pathfinders. They are crossbowmen, knives in melee. They have 1 good range unit. They also have a Huron soldier unit. Okay. The Zora army. So units of, I believe, 1 unit of blade masters, 200 swordsmen, and 1 unit of domain supremes. Actually, we have 2 of them. We have a bunch of flood masters. The most powerful Zora mage. The sapphire wardens are actually more powerful against infantry. Well, I believe the others, they have a better projectile, but the Sapphire Wardens are more OP when it comes to like defending from walls, while the Flood Masters are better when attacking on the battlefield. Okay, then we have some priests or healers, priestesses or healers, and battle platforms like cavalry with mages on top of them, some infantry, and some ordinary mages throwing electric missiles at the enemy. Okay, we can't attack with Zora because we have no siege engine in the army currently. We have 2 units of mages. We'll allow them to join the army. Oh, we have Celine, he has spawned, and the general. Send some troops into the army. Some additional infantry troops. Can move this unit there too. We have a fully sized army now. Move the general and Celine into Domain Prime, the capital of Zora. Goron army over here. Okay, the general could move to Runes. Celine can be in the capital. Zora infantry. Move over here. Okay, had enough troops to send here. Here is a siege platform. We could actually move it here. I don't believe it counts as siege, because it's a cavalry unit. It has a siege attack, but can't attack walls, I believe. Okay. So... this is the enemy. They have a Goron Guardian unit. Might be other enemies. We have an ally here, Labrynna, the other faction that I'm playing. Okay. So as far as I can see, we have Labrynnian ally here. They have a large army. They are gathering their forces to prepare a new invasion of the fairy homeland. I remember gathering their troops there. We have General Tokalonalf, the general that was defeated by the fairies at the capital. He somehow managed to escape. They has gathered a new army. We have even more troops inside here. Most is shitty troops. We'll probably move them out. At least the Toke, not the civilians. Okay, so we have a new army there, ready to invade the fairies. We have more troops, civilians. More troops here. Priest outside of their areas. Here we have another area, including a merchant. We can move out, we will do that. Yeah, I want to move out the merchant of the Zora. We have a Labrynnian merchant there, then we'll move. They're an ally, we won't try to contest the area. Okay, yeah, no more troops there in Sandcrab Cove. Okay, so Labrynna gave back this area to the Zora, and the Zora took back Ritual from the Gorons and took back the domain prime capital from the Kokiri. The Kokiri only has this area left. We decided to move towards this area to help the Labrynnians instead of moving into the forest. Finish off the Kokiri. More important to finish off the stronger enemy, the Gorons. They have quite a few areas left. Okay, we have Priest outside of Hyrule too. We have Hero of Time Link inside of Kakariko. Okay. Kenyan diplomat outside. No more agents. Yeah, we had an agent inside of Ritual Priest. Okay. Labrynnian diplomat outside of Valjabun. Okay, I think we will have to move these troops out. Move them here. And attack the Goron army. Just out to win that one. Good. It's an easy victory. And then we'll move these troops to reinforce. We'll replace some of the troops later. These troops could move towards the front, and this... I believe this soldier could move back to Ritual. Instead we will move out the healers. Okay. Had enough movement points to move. Unfortunately, we do not have any siege engines. Relations worse than Kingdom of Hyrule poor, because they are allied to Gorons. Okay. But construction. We are building everywhere. Good. And as for recruitment, I would like some siege engines. We need to wait. That here we can't get siege engines, but I think we could get some mages. And yeah, their specialty is mages. We'll get that. In the runes we can get siege. We go for the mage cannon. We already are building our mage cannon, okay. And a battle platform. Then we'll go for the big up the siege platform there. Unfortunately they don't work against walls, but they are effective against troops. Okay. Do we have any other troops? I believe we had one unit in the forest. A unit of Geru Macemen, side of the former Deku capital, held by Ashe, Labrynna, Rakitan mercenaries. Okay, no, we won't move that unit, it will stay there and help Labrynna. We will move into the forest eventually, but now we will help Labrynna here. We didn't have a general. Okay, but we can't attack. We'll let Labrynna attack. And end the turn. So in this game, if it CTD or crash to desktop after battle, just play it again and it won't CTD. And if you don't have the time to do that or just don't want to, then you just out to win it. But then the results will be different. It might be worth it to save time. You have already fought the battle, and it'll save time by just out to winning it. And if you feel like it's unjust because you will hardly have any losses when you outwin, then just delete a few of your troops. I will do that with Labrynna now, because we had a third of the army taken out. We'll remove the troops that we think that we did lose. Remove a third of the army. Turn 82, the next turn, I believe that some heroes will spawn. For the Gyarados, I believe that Ganondorf might spawn on turn 82. I could be wrong, or it was another hero. We will see which one. I think one did spawn on turn 82. Or two, I don't know. We'll see. The Gorons are still strong enough to fight back. That's why we need to focus on them. Here they can be left in the forest for now. They only have one area, so not much of a problem. The fairies are a problem. They have 3 areas. So they will also need to be focused on. Here they are not that interesting. They are not one of the main enemies, and unlike the Gorons, they aren't super strong. I believe the Gorons were a very big problem. They caused a lot of problems for us. They would use to invade the Huron territory, and we had to defeat them all the time, and then they just sent more and more and more. It took forever until we finally managed to invade their territory. And now we need to take areas from them before they can rebuild their troops. So hero generals like Goron, they are OP or overpowered in auto resolves, but can be taken out by certain troops, by ranged troops. In melee, I mean in real-time battle, you need to use siege engines or ranged troops to take them out. And yeah, as long as he was alive, he was immortal pretty much on the map. New general, yeah, same message. We are controlling the Kingdom of Arcana. We have 6 regions, 6 generals. The capital city is moved to Nalodona, the former capital of Udona. They have Kalnita the Saint. Diplomacy, they are allied to the forces of the Twilight, both of them, and to the Church of Majora. I think we will give back control. The reason we controlled them was because I wanted an alliance with the Sand faction that we defeated previously. But they are allied with some of our enemies, so we can't have them as allies, unfortunately. Kana down there. Another potential enemy, so Labrynna. The Sand faction, let's check them again. They are allied to the river Zora, the Kana faction, and the Church of Majora. They are at war with Zora, that's why we can't ally them. Okay, then we'll just click end turn. We need to send a diplomat from the Zora to speak with the Sand faction. That's what we need to do. For them to be willing to ally. We can't ask for an alliance because we are allied to the Zora, and that's an enemy of theirs. So we need them to make peace with the Zora. To do that, we need to send a diplomat from the Zora to the Sand faction, or from the Sand faction to the Zora. Church of Majora. Let's see, they have 1 region controlled, 3 generals. Okay, they are still at war with Geru and the Kingdom of Hyrule. Majora himself is still alive. They have access to all their troops here, all their Hylian and demonic troops. More troops are here. Hylian troops. Priest strat-model here. So in the old version that I'm playing, they do not have additional troops. I don't know what faction got destroyed there. I were too fast at clicking, unfortunately. Okay, should have checked that. So Zelda is still alive. She doesn't have her own strat-model here either. Okay. Can return control. Church of Majora. So they took control of Kana and Majora in order to make sure that we were not at war with them, so we could ally Sand. But then it seemed that Sand is at war with the Zora too. So it wasn't possible. New general. Tilara, promising mage. Yeah, we get Tilara on this turn, on turn 82. Greeting Supreme. Superior, I believe. We will read it for the Zora instead. Faction destroyed. Oduna province has been destroyed. Okay. End of turn report. Yeah, same as before. Faction announcements. Relations report. So we have poor relations with the Goma spiders. Very poor relations with the goblins. And very poor with the forces of the Twilight. Okay. This is a scholar. A priest. Okay. Here we have some troops moving. We'll move in the gunners to the main army. Move these troops into the village of Huron. Alright. Might want to do all the movements on the map first. Because we can only do one battle per video. They are likely to crash after battles. Here, in general, we'll start with doing the recruitment and construction part. So, Labrynna, constructions in Lina City, their capital. We'll go for a metropolis. Do not have a lot of money. Symmetry, can go for this then. Motuki village, we'll go for a merchant's wharf. We weren't finished with the other structure. And we'll double check, okay. And in Holy, we can upgrade to sit in the city. Goron we can. Go for this building. And we're out of money. Okay, then we'll do the recruitment. So we've already spent all the money we get from Huron and from Zebrosha and from other lands. We also hold Zebrosha down here. We have a great army. But we have bugs over here. Unfortunately. Okay. So I believe it army. We just need to make sure we have a fully sized army. These are free of charge, that's why you can recruit them. We get 3 units in one turn. And when we have a fully sized army, we'll move this army. We have a lot of good stuff here. Could be handy in our battles. So the intended area where they will show up is this area here. But it's bugged out currently. So we will let them start over here. I will use a sheet to move the army here. And then they will have to march all the way from this area. Like they would have needed otherwise. But of course, they would have needed to march there, then there, 3... like 4 turns to reach this area, and then 1 turn until they reach this area, and then we would have a bunch of turns here too. But, I don't know how long they've been sitting there. Maybe we'll just let them spawn wherever they are needed. Makes sense. They are a fully sized army, we'll let them spawn where they are needed, so we don't need to march them all the way. Okay. That's like a bonus army. Okay. As for moving troops, move the slaves and And for the snow we only had one there. Here are cavalry, they will be moved. Zora here. The unit of there they had one general sent. We need to send a Zora diplomat down there. Veeran here, and an army inside of Fort Wings, including some storm Zora. Vegans here. Okay. Cookery force near to their capital. Okay. Let's move these troops to the capital. And the steam tank. Alright, we have a full-sized army here. We don't really need all those troops there. Move out the Keaton highwaymen, they're costly. Took this area. The General Olboribi, but we are almost surrounded by Lissalfos troops. We have two armies. Send the Volvagian over there. Volvagian Dragon. Clutch Queen. They're pretty good. And Cannoneers. We sent to Piccolo Ruins. Send gunner post there too to defend, to move the front there. Believe that General Sokalonalf will be forced to defend against the Lissalfos very soon. Giving back territory to the Kingdom of Hyrule here. Okay. After liberating the areas from the Kokiri. Mercenaries holding Kanokiri. They could be spent against the Kokiri, I think. They have some cavalry and a unit of Kokiri barricades. Those are dangerous. Okay. Here barricades. Can move out the cannon and move out Aquadungus. Can use the cavalry unit against their cavalry. The cannon against the Kir barricades. We also had a ranged unit. Let's move out the pathfinders and the border guards. Okay. And these took it, there were only 6 remaining. And the unit of Heatons. Destroy this unit. With too few to fight it in real time. Right, back there. Listen, must have an area here too. Band grow, former cooker area. Okay. Can move that. I think we'll move some troops to Gobal V in case the here decides to strike there. I have an army here too. Palagod Sanctuary. The Keaton Highwaymen are too costly, we'll move them away from here. They're costly mercenaries, we want them to be spent, not sit in the settlements. A mech unit. We move towards Ashay. Cavalry unit could be moved there too. We might need to go to this army. Maybe I can move them to the Speaker Ruins, hand cannoneers. Some infantry troops move into Doodley. Right. More of them. Move there too. The tank, of course. Lots of move there. Alright, we have a general in the capital, Nalbalf. Could use another general. So I believe I had a general in Cadalukshut, none in Palagod Sanctuary. Need to move a general there. Yeah. Take over that army. And the other front. A fair army all the way over here. Smaller army. Should be able to defend. A lot of range units. I kind of want a unit of cannon fodders there, an infantry unit. And 3, 4, 5, 6. Of 2 units of cannon fodders could be moved there. Okay. This army. The took in their better as defensive lines. They do not break. Elite infantry breaks. They're not as good in that sense. Okay. So 5 units of Tuke, and gunner, 2 units of gunners, 2 units of hand cannoneers, 1 unit of blue dragoons, actually 2 of them. Okay. I think we will use the gunner post. So we won't add it yet. Okay. Units of grenadiers, gunner post, cannon. Then we have 4 more slots, which I think should go to Palace Watch and Knights of Ambi. Alright, this is the army. We have amassed. Now let's move towards the fairy capital again. Then we have a defensive army there. These 2 units could be moved to Zora. This army is lacking tanks and mechs. Might want to withdraw then and replace some of the Knights of Ambi with the mech and the tank. Yeah. Rich Goron should back up the armies in the Goron homeland. This unit too should be back up. I think it will move into Mortalus as they might attack there. It's a good defensive troop. In Ambi doesn't need to be moved. Tuke could be moved towards Goron. Yeah, I want the mech and the tank in this army. We need to move out 2 infantry units. 2 non-Tuke infantry units. Tank could move towards the Goron front. Dungus could move towards that army. I want them to join the army. Cavalry did. Don't believe they had cavalry. Okay. Move the cavalry there. They're good against the fairies. Fairies have no cavalry, so except the golems. They have heavy cavalry giants. Okay, in noon there are some troops we can move. Yeah, we will move a unit of cavalry from noon. Dungu cavalry. Then I think the infantry could move too towards Holy. And the mech will move too. Okay. And this infantry could move towards noon. Then we have some more troops. We need, I think, we could move some more troops towards Ashe, some more elite troops, especially infantry troops that are elite. And this infantry, I think, could move up. No, we will move it towards Ashe too. We have many enemies in the forest. Okay. we'll move the tanks and such. I think towards the fairies makes sense. Can move the Tuki too. Tuki slaves. Here we will move the tank towards the fairies. And try and reach Gorons. Will be moved towards the Goron front, same with the mechs. Maybe we'll use some of them against the fairies. We'll see. Okay, I need to pause the game. See you soon. Hello, Mr. Nyren here. Welcome back to Hyrule War Classic Ultimate. My Submod for Nephilim's mod, Hyrule War. We're in the middle of an episode here. Unfortunately, I think that the microphone wasn't on. I thought it were, because I had just played another episode where I defeated the Gorons in the battle of, I believe, Gor Unduga. Unfortunately, the game crashed after the battle. That's why I end each episode after a battle is fought, because the battles are likely to crash after battles. So in this game I suggest that you play battles 2 times. So for example, if you play this battle, siege battle of Gor Unduga, or outside of the city, you fight the battle in real time. You fight a real time battle and then you lose or win, and then it crashes when you return to the map. When you return to this screen, it crashes, you get an error message, and then the mod will crash. Then I suggest loading the save that you did before starting the battle. You should always save the game before starting the battle in this mod, Hyrule War Classic Ultimate. And then I suggest that you replay the battle at least once, because usually in this game, I remember that when I played it last year, if I played the battle and it crashed after the battle, then if I replayed it, it wouldn't crash after the battle. So usually that's the case, it will only CTD once after a battle, and then if you play it another time, it won't crash. There are some exceptions. I believe Alyssal was general because it crashed no matter what. And if that's the case, that it CTD more than once in the same battle, then there is only one way you can solve it, and that's by clicking the button for this, the toggle button for the cheat console, and then you just use auto win, and then you write defender if you are defending, and attacker if you are attacking. Attacker if you write the wrong one. For example, if you are being attacked and you write attacker, then you will give the victory to the enemy. So you need to be sure about if you are an attacker or a defender. Okay, but the problem with using the console command is that you win with almost no losses. So what I need to do is I need to remove a fifth of this army. We'll remove the 2k slaves, and we'll remove do we have any remnant troops? Yeah, we'll remove them. The range units hardly fought in the battle. And yeah, we will delete some of the weaker troops, third of the army. Okay, I think that should do it. Now they are weaker. An enemy unit outside, sold out and got them to retreat. So we lost about a third. I didn't want to delete the better troops that we need against Gorons. Okay. So in this game, I should just if the battle CTD or crash the desktop after the battle, that you play it again, because it likely won't crash the second time. And if it city after you try it a second time, then there's only one option, and that is to use the console command. But I'm too lazy to play the battles 2 times. So if I win a battle and then it crashes after the battle, I decide to just auto-win it and delete some units so I don't have to play it again, because that saves me time. Okay, so the Labrynna regime is attacking at Gor Unduga. Unfortunately, with my new headset, I had the button that enables the microphone was off. I didn't know that. So, despite speaking in the previous video, for some reason I didn't have the microphone on in this one. So half the video is without sound, unfortunately. I only found out when I took a pause to do some personal business, and then when I returned and put on the headset, I believe that then I felt that that button wasn't plugged in, and then I realized that all the video up until the pausing was without my voice. I had spoken the entire time, but you know, it wasn't recorded because I didn't have the microphone on. There is a clear noticeable difference when you have the microphone on. I hear myself a little bit in the headset. So I should have reacted. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, we'll continue. We're moving troops all over Labrynna. We have finished the construction this turn. We are out of money. I said that with the Subrotian army over here, we need to fill it. We need to recruit some more 2K until we have a fully sized army. Then we will transport it through a code, because there is a bug preventing us from using this. Sometimes this works well. It did work well in the beginning of the campaign. For some reason it has bugged out, so you can't use this. It's supposed to, if we walk for 5 turns, we'll reach this area where we can place an army. And then it's supposed to take us to this area and in 1 turn, and then we can move from there. But because it doesn't work, we will have to build the army until we have a full-sized army, and then move it to wherever it's needed. And I believe the Goron front would be perfect, because these troops are mostly heavy stuff. Okay, so we'll move that army when it's ready. And I've been moving some troops on the map. We are out of money, we can't recruit any troops this turn. We have moved all the troops, I believe. It's time to attack. And I believe we need to move the agents first. The agents, merchants, they can stay where they are. They are at resource locations. We have a diplomat outside of Hyrule. Here we have Zelda inside. We have a diplomat here too, ready to speak with Sant. We couldn't ally Sant, so I thought I had spoken about this already in this video, but the microphone wasn't on. But Sant is defeated. They have only a general and 2 units, so we want to be an ally of them and give them 1 area, so that we can have them as an ally, just like with the Zora. I can control them too, but it's not possible because they are allied with the Sant faction. No, they are the Sant faction. They are allied with, I believe, they were allied with the Church of Majora and the Kana. That's why I needed to take over the Church of Majora and the Kana to make peace between them and Labrynna. Otherwise I couldn't ally Sant. But the problem was that Sant is at war with the Zora's domain, our ally. So as long as they are at war, I can't ally Sant. We need to send a diplomat from the Zora's domain to Sant. So I need to send a Zora diplomat to the Sant general and make an alliance. But even if we do that, it won't work if the River Zora or the Church of Majora or the King of Ikana will attack, because they are also allied to Sant. Okay. Merchant, they will be left where they are, where they're standing. We have a lot of merchants all over the map. Diplomat, have one outside of Zora too, and one outside of the Dark Knight Legion. Neutral faction, a huge force here. They might become a real threat later in the game. They already have quite a vast territory. The diplomat in the forest. A spy. Let's move the spy first. Move it up here. So we have a black area here. Over here to spy. For some reason it's kinda laggy when I move the troops. I believe I had that issue prior to this before. I believe that I fixed it by moving the Steam folder, including the Medieval 2 to the War folder, out of program files. So that solved the lagging, but I believe it's still lagging when I move the strat-models, probably because I have such a vast territory. It's weird. In other Medieval 2 mods, I don't have lag when I move strat-models, so it's either because I have a huge territory, a vast territory, or the bug has returned somehow, despite not being in program files anymore. Because I moved Medieval 2 out of program files by moving Steam out of program files, because I read that by doing that the game would end up faster, and I believe it worked, yeah. But it might have returned, or it's slightly better, but not perfect, because you can clearly see when I move a general that there is like a slowing. If I have slow movement on, then they move fine. Yeah, it could be because we are so vast. Okay, so we were attacking the Gorons. So I said also that I wanted to move this army towards the Fairy capital. We need to destroy the Fairies. We are in the late game. We played for 82 turns. We are at the year 160. 96 turns remaining until the campaign is over. We can continue after that. It's just that to win, we need to win with victory conditions before the time runs out. Capital city, Lina City. Faction leader, Sokolonalf. Okay, generals 27. We have quite a few generals. Regions control 32. To win, we need to hold 40 regions. We need to conquer, I believe, 8 new areas, and we need to, including Tarn Ruins, the capital of the Fairies, we need to hold it for 5 turns. We have already taken it 2 times in the past, but lost it 2 times as well, and we sent this army to reclaim it. The Fairies have an area here too, and an area over here, so they have forces that will reinforce the area from these 2 areas, so we need to defeat them. I said that I wanted to move the tank and the steam tank there. For now we can't do it. We can move up the steam tank too. And the mech. Okay. We'll move out some of the Knights of Ambi and Palace Watch and replace with the steam tank, the Aquadungo cavalry, and another Aquadungo cavalry unit, and the mechs will remove some infantry troops. We might still keep them as additional troops because the Fairies are numerous. They have more than 1 army, most likely, including dangerous golems and spellcasters. So to win, we need to hold their capital for 5 turns. We need to crush the Fairies. We are also at war with many factions in the forest, including the Lisselfoss, and they are about to attack Kadalukshut, one of their former areas held by us, and the General Sokolonalf. We have Ash in Dimitris Grove, the former Geru capital. We are moving troops towards Kanokiri. We moved them out to defeat a small Kokiri force here earlier in this video, and we are getting backup from the Zora's domain in this battle against the Gorons. Okay, so to win we need to take this area and hold it for 5 turns. We need 6 more areas. So we want to conquer Kokiri final area, the Forest Temple. Try to take it in the past, the Sacred Forest Meadow, but fail. We need to take this area. They have 1 huge army nearby. It's more than 1 army here. They have 1 huge army plus some extra garrisons probably. Or they have moved out some of the troops, but they have at least 1 army there. we need to take that area. Then we have 33 regions. Then we want to take some Lyssalfos areas. This area, Banner Grow. Then we have 34 regions. And I believe also we could take back, if we take these areas we might end up in a war with the Kingdom of Kana and Majora. We would like to avoid that, so it's better to keep the Lyssalfos here as a buffered zone. We'll take one area from the Lyssalfos, so that means that we have 34 areas, and then we'll take the Goron areas, so 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and then we need to hold the Hyrule capital, so we will probably have to move through this area and take Kakariko on the way. Then we can move straight from Kakariko to the capital of Hyrule, which we also need to hold for 5 turns in order to win. So in other words, we need to hold 2 capitals to win. So we will conquer the Gorons, Kokiri, and fight the Lyssalfos, and then we'll take the capital of the fairies. Also, we do not need all of those areas, because we will, if you take the fairy territory, all of the fairy territory, 3 areas, then we can skip probably 2 of the Goron areas. Okay, so it's time to attack. One army is ready. We could attack this army. So our ally have siege engines, yeah. Not that unit, okay. We could attack now turn. Okay, balance of power. Army strength ratio 3-1 in our favor. So the Labrynna regime has Captain Olboribi, 1300 men. Then we have reinforcements of Zora General Olboribi, 1214 men. And the captain of the Zora territory with 63 men, or rather 63 Zora and 1214 Zora. Okay, the enemy under I believe Captain Olboribi of the Gorons had 103 Gorons. They are notoriously few in numbers, but they are strong. The Gorons have 2 units of guards, 1 unit of fire warriors, and 1 unit of bomb throwers. Yeah. We'll fight this battle. We'll say the game first, of course, because sometimes it can crash before a battle. That's rare. If it crashes after the battle, like it's more common, then we want to start just before the battle, so we cannot win it. Okay, I'll play it again. Fight battle on the battle map. Yes. We are in the end game. We just need to finish off the fairies and take the Kingdom of Hyrule capital, and by taking 3 fairy areas and Kingdom of Hyrule capital, that's 4 areas, we need 8, so then we have 4 more to take, and with the Kokiri area and some Goron areas it should be enough. Okay, I don't believe we will play longer than the victory conditions. I don't know, we might continue longer than that. We have a captain leading this army, the Geru Macemen mercenary bodyguard. He just took out control of the Geru Macemen there. The cannon fodders will be placed here to destroy the gate, and the Huron soldiers here will also destroy the gate. Then we have, of course, Geru Macemen. Don't care much about Tukke or mercenaries, so we will spend them. 4 units of home guards could also be spent. We don't need them in skill transformation, as they are fighting infantry here. We have a unit of crossbowmen, but they are very few. We have hardly anything that can fight the bomb throwers. Okay, let's see here the allied army. over here. They are stronger. Including Zora infantry. Battle platforms. The main supremes, because they are an allied army, we couldn't control them manually. So they will probably lose a bunch of troops in the battle. That's why we need to send in our troops first, because it's important. They will, in the worst case, they will get stuck because of this hill here, mountain. But if you're lucky, they can move around whenever we have destroyed the gatehouse. We need to spend most of our troops before that. So I think most of our troops are expendable. Toki and Geru Macemen and home guards. We don't really need any of our troops alive, to be honest. Zora's army is way more valuable. They are elite troops and medium troops. Well, the Labrynnian army here is just basic stuff. We will try to have them killed as soon as possible. Okay, half the army. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, one group. The other group could be one. They will attack from 2 sides. You want them to enter from both sides. As for controlling the captain in battle, that could be fun. Let's pause the game. Alright, we're back. I managed to take control of the general. Perfect. Let's start the battle. So we're controlling the ally. Okay, I think they are automatically controlled by the AI. They are an allied army of a different faction. If they were an allied army of the same faction, we could have controlled them manually. Let's attack the gate immediately. And then we will move the troops. Actually, we will move them over here. I want them to line up, be prepared to fight the Gorons. We rather lose the Geru Macemen mercenaries than the Zora allies. They are way more valuable. Rather control them later in later battles, as they have good mage troops. Prefer if they survive the battle. Minimal losses. General's bodyguard could move over there. Okay. The Pathfinder crossbowman. Try to fire there at the enemy. We need to find their bomb throwers. Might be on this side. A unit of rub guards at the center. Don't know where they have placed the others. And the allied army is moving around settlement. Zora's domain, full might. Finally with a fully sized army. Reinforced on the map earlier. Wonder where they're going. Have an allied general here. Sorry, healers. Bodyguard. This is their... this is the unit. They had one unit that stood alone. They're probably going to move there. Try and destroy this gate. army? Are they moving their rams? Not yet. They can't enter without the rams. I don't think they had any siege. Because, yeah. Okay. Let's put normal speed on. We'll attack with the pathfinders. Our home guards could also be prepared to sacrifice themselves. They are too few. Only 3, including a banner carrier. No, 4 actually. Still too few. This Goron settlement looks the same as the other one we conquered previously. We also conquered one by defeating the army outside of the settlement. We got to won the battle because it crashed after we had won it. Okay. Siege ram should enter soon. 25 Huron soldiers here too. Vassal of the Labrynnians this campaign. Son of General. These are Geru Macemen mercenaries. Here we will spend all our troops to minimize the losses for the Zora. Usually the Labrynnians would want to spend other people's troops before their own, but here we have mostly shitty troops anyway. They are not of as much value. They are infantry only, pretty much. Here are the pathfinders, very few alive. Alright, so this army was made up of just the bad stuff. Let's speed forward. I will sacrifice all the infantry, including the Huron soldiers. Only the general is valuable in this army. All the others are shit. Ah, the gate is destroyed. Okay. It's time to attack. We'll pause the game. Okay. That army could also charge the plaza. And this army could move in too. Charge this unit. Okay, good. We're attacking with everybody. We'll stop the border guard. Okay. Alright, troops! Charge into the city. Fight the Gorons before the Zora arrive. Don't want the Zora to spend their troops here. Got to fight the last Geru and took a hand human. Geru are notoriously slow too. Okay, we need to order the Hyrule into the city too. Gorons are obviously superior in terms of infantry. Can't let Pathfinders fight in melee here. They're too few anyway to make any difference. We'll even send in the bodyguard. Alright, now we'll run, I believe. They enable running well out soon, because otherwise the game can crash. Due to the medieval tutorial engine or a project tool having the same button used for a different feature. So when I'm zoomed in and click on V to switch between running and walking, or walking and running, then sometimes the game will crash due to the tool if I'm zoomed in. They're still not in slowest speed. Okay, so here we have the ruined soldiers, fellow humans, or elves. They have like elven ears, the humans of Zelda, of Hyrule. Gateways has been captured. We captured 2 gateways. Before we look into the battle, what is happening on the other side? There's big up to battle platforms here. Maybe they count as siege, so they think they can use them against the walls, but they can't. It's good that they stand here. They didn't want them to join the fighting. They will lose a lot of valuable units if they do. We can open the gate later. First, let's waste all the troops of Labrynna. All the infantry troops that are not suitable to fight the Gorons. I think the Gorons might actually win, despite our numerical advantage against the infantry at least. Might win against the Geru Macemen, they might break. Same with the Goron soldiers. Oh, the fucking let's pause the game, because there are the bomb throwers and I don't know where they are. Couldn't spot them previously. So we have our Geru Macemen mercenaries fighting their fire warriors. We have the other army fighting their rubber guards. Then they have another unit of rubber guards inside. They have a unit of bomb throwers somewhere. Really dangerous. Like grenadiers of the Gorons. They are the same as the grenadiers, just bigger. And probably about as numerous, I don't know. Should be here somewhere, I don't know where. Saw their projectile. Unless they are invisible because of the tool. I know that the bomb platforms are invisible, the riders at least. The ordinary units shouldn't be that, I don't know. I'm worried they will hit my general with one of these projectiles. That's why I want to know their location, to prevent my general from dying. Anyway, let's continue. We'll move away from that battle because of this bomb. Pause the game. They're coming from this side. Okay, up on this place. Don't know. Looked like the projectiles were coming from here. Ah, here they are. The bomb throwers. need to move away from there. Pause the game. It's really dangerous. Everyone will charge the bomb throwers. They have a long range too. So I order the infantry to move towards the bomb throwers. They are very dangerous. They kill a lot of our troops. Let's pause the game. Okay. Lose formation, attack the bomb throwers. Lose formation here too. Attack the bomb throwers. You don't want to stand still when they have bomb throwers. You might get hit. These projectiles are pretty fast, so it's probably difficult to outrun them too. Let's pause the game. I think our ally, the Zora, is sending in something here. Cavalry unit probably. Nah, it's the Zora healers. They are arriving. We're here. They moved all the way around. They will soon aid us. They are infantry, but they can also chant. They boost troops' morale. They have a cool animation when they chant, like an extra modal part. Here we have some of the bomb throwers still alive. Shame that it can't be too close to the enemy. They have such units. One bomb thrower alive. Good. Took him out soon. I think he's dead soon. Ah, he died. Perfect. Now we have killed them. Don't need to worry anymore. Let's attack these guys from the back. Let's devise their move instead of attacking the unit in the plaza. So these Geru Macemen will now attack the rubber guards there from the back, because they scared away some of our other troops there. Will be attacked from the back. Very well done, soldiers. Right, we'll kill off the Gorons here. Then move into the plaza. Fortunately, we didn't need to spend any of the Zora here. They are too valuable to be spent. We'll use them against more important targets later. So the enemy didn't have strong forces here, but I wanted to play the battle because we had like it is a siege battle with a custom settlement, and I like playing those in real time, and also because we had a general pause the game, Jesus Christ, and because had a Zora ally. Okay, the second army will now move up to fight those guys. Everyone will move up. We don't need them in loose formation anymore, because the bomb throwers are gone. Okay. One Huron soldier alive. Try and move away with the general. We'll back out if I can. leave it to the Geru Macemen to fight. The Zora healers have arrived. They are used as chanters in the back of armies. They shouldn't really be used in the actual fighting, but they can be used as they are melee. We can take a look at their stats. Zora healers, 1 attack, 1 charge bonus, really bad at melee damage. They are not supposed to fight. Can be used. Total defense 3, really bad. So they are not supposed to fight at all. They are supposed to be used as chanting troops in the back of armies to inspire troops. Chanting inspires nearby troops, can swim, so they can swim over rivers on the map. Frighten nearby enemy infantry, excellent morale, very good stamina, so they can frighten enemy infantry too. Okay, and this will hopefully be the only Zora unit in the battle. Shame they didn't send in the Zora soldiers or something, but that's probably because this was a lone unit in an army. The other army decided to move here and just stand here, which was good for us. So I could then spend my shitty troops. Didn't have to spend my good troops. Oh, they are chanting already. That's the cool, like, model when they chant. Yeah, they look like that when they chant. Very unique model. They're chanting. Here is the captain of the Zora leading that unit. Alright, so you end up with that captain. The conquest of this Goron area. Gorfalagra, I believe. Could be wrong. Geru Macemen, they are kinda lethal for mercenaries. Yeah, not really Labrynnian troops. Very good. But the army stayed away. We have a banner carrier of the Zora too. But I think their chanting only works on their own troops. I don't know if it works for the Geru Macemen. It might work, but as they are an allied army, I don't know. Hopefully it works. That might inspire them to continue to fight instead of breaking. The Geru Macemen are notorious for breaking easily. Enemy Captain Rokurubus Goron has fallen in battle. Domain. They are tall humanoids, way taller than the humans or elves, Hyrule. They are probably elves mistaken for humans. They have elven ears, but are called humans most of the time. Killed 86%, 88% actually, and lost 39%. They didn't even lose all of the Gerus. Probably thanks to those healers that they haven't broken. They used to break even when they are numerous. Even when they have many numbers left, they still break. Here I have a Goron banner carrier. Will die soon. The Gorons in this mod are huge. Died. Yeah, I think the healers helped in preserving the morale of the Geru troops here. We have quite a few losses. Now we can move in, help kill some Gorons from behind. They have quite a few hits that they can take. They have good defense. Not even a general can kill them in one blow from the back. They are really good. Kill them. Good. Let's kill this guy too. They don't want too many of them to attack. Let's move back and leave it to the Geru Macemen. Finish off the final ones. We conquer the area. The game CTD after the battle, we will just have to win it. Check how many losses we have and delete the troops that should be deleted based on the result, because I don't want to have too many alive. We lost a lot of troops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only the Geru Macemen left, and we have 8 of them left. Good job, soldiers! You fought well, we won the battle. And also the Zora Chanters did well too. Captain Olboribi of the Labrynna regime at 1300, Geru Macemen, Tukey and Huron soldiers, and lost 883, lost all the Tukey, lost all the Huron soldiers, and only have Geru Macemen remaining. 417 remaining out of an army of 1300, so we lost 2/3 of the army. And enemies killed 133. But they are Gorons, so that's quite a few. Our allies, Captain Taruto of the Zora, has 63 Zora healers. Killed no one, but chanted and helped our troops preserve their morale. Valuto, 1214 Zora, had almost as big an army as ours, but much better, an elite army. And they weren't really taking part in the battle, fortunately. Captain Rokorubos of the Gorons had 133 Gorons, lost everyone, but they killed 1039 of our troops. They did very well. The details. Killed few of their troops.